Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Global Diamond Broker Hard Truth Diamond Podcast, episode 104. I'm your host, GIA Judy.
And I'm the... Don't talk over me. I just got a lecture on talking over GIA Judy before we started today. I just want to go on the record. So I have behavioral issues, apparently. I'm the Global Diamond Broker. This is the hard truth.
And I'm GIA Judy.
And am I allowed to talk now?
Yeah.
You brought a good story today. You know, there's a lot of things for us to talk about right now. And I want to talk, by the way, Clark Kent, Superman curl. That's what I'm thinking, right?
It's giving Jeffrey Dahmer vibes. Do you know who Jeffrey Dahmer is?
Horrible. I know who he's a mass murderer who ate his people. Anyway, so Jeffrey Dahmer, really? Yeah. On our podcast?
Yeah.
That's dark.
Anyways, I have a really great story to talk about, and this brings up a very important subject. Do you know what it is?
Laboratory versus mind.
Yeah, I guess that's part of it.
Because it's, you know,
Don't interrupt me.
But I want to say something about
Okay, go ahead.
us, and one of the things you bring to my attention, bitches, about the fact that she would say, well, it's getting boring talking about laboratory-grown diamonds. We always talk about laboratory-grown diamonds.
It does get a little bit redundant, I would say.
So, look, we were right. We were right to talk about it. For those of you who are still looking at natural diamonds, the Rappaport Diamond Report came out again today to disclose yet another major drop in the value of mined diamonds. And this time they're attributing it, and I love this, to synthetic diamonds. Look, this is a tack they took early with it. After the, what are they called? The big U.S.
The Federal Trade Commission?
The Federal Trade Commission of the United States of America came out and said a diamond's a diamond.
So they removed the word synthetic from their vocabulary because the product's the same.
And so this morning, synthetic diamonds apparently, like we said would happen. Now, we're pro-choice, but they are kicking the ass of mined diamonds. Mm-hmm. So for all of you, you know, we've stopped right now quoting on mined diamonds because the prices are falling too fast. It's unbelievable, but we were right. And I'll tell you the other thing that you're going to see is the return of De Beers to the laboratory-grown industry once they've dealt with their sale. So this company is struggling unbelievably to get sold. They become... And I'm not going to say a pariah in the industry. What they did for the diamond industry and creating the industry way back to Cecil Rhodes is remarkable, but it's a whole new world. And you and I started here 2 years ago talking about this stuff, and... It's
been the best 2 years of your life.
The best 2 years of my life, no question. Yeah, it's what we said it would be. Mm-hmm. Remember early on the mean comments I used to get from jewelers who had no clue what they were talking about? Because I do think I'm one of the leading experts in the world, without question.
Don't tell me that. Tell your mic that.
I do think I'm one of the leading experts, as others do in the world, on these subjects of diamonds versus mined diamonds or global diamond industry. So you got to learn from the absolute very best.
Mm-hmm. And what am I, just chopped liver?
Well, I didn't know what you did. I never imagined we would be 104 podcasts in and really becoming the information leaders, mm-hmm. if you're looking for facts, in the diamond industry. I mean, neither one of us are good bullshitters. Mm-hmm. Right? We just mm-hmm. have to go with the facts on everything we do. So, you know, how we broker our diamonds, what we recommend in our diamonds, have true value. And the information that we provide has true value. Anyway, so you were going to tell your story, which I think is a fascinating story. Mm-hmm. And I think the timing of it is so relevant to what's going on in the world right
Yeah,
now.
for sure. So there was a story in India, in Surat, in Gujarat city, which is the diamond hub of the world now. 9 out of 10 diamonds go through India. There was a story about a fraudster who went to go meet a seller selling a mined diamond, a 10 carat heart-shaped mined diamond worth $545,000. He went in to go purchase the stone, agreed to terms, put down a deposit of $12,000, and left and ghosted the guy. He was the one who ended up swapping the diamond for a laboratory created diamond, the exact same specs, and it was worth a lot less, and completely ghosted the guy. And what have we learned about this? So diamond switching is so common.
And this is in Surat.
This is in Surat.
Now, the biggest building, and this is a story you reported on as well.
Oh, the Surat Diamond Bourse?
Is the biggest building in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Outbuilding.
The Pentagon.
The Pentagon.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. And so in these offices, and for example, I had an office in Antwerp, Belgium for 15 years. Mm-hmm. This is an environment where the stones train back and forth between dealers. One of the things we offer our clients is direct access, but stones will run around between dealers and be handed over. And the first thing that came to mind is really at the end of the day, I mean, obviously he swapped it out. They look alike. Doesn't it become a bit of a story of he said, she said? Like, unless they have proof of the swap, they have a diamond. It's identical in every single way, which they can do with laboratory-created diamonds. Doesn't it become a he said, she said?
I see what you're saying.
Or a he said?
Wait, what's wrong with it being a woman seller?
Well, that would explain a few things, like the lack of attention to detail.
That's horrible.
Isn't that horrible?
That's horrible.
I'm the middle of 4 sisters, and I come by that honestly. It's a tease. It's certainly not my perspective, as I only apparently work with women who tolerate me. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. You look like you're suffering working here. It's got to be. It's got to be awful.
Diamond switching is a growing concern for this industry because they're able to, recreate a laboratory created diamond with the exact same specs, put in the exact same inclusions. We all know this. You can laser inscribe a diamond for $10?
Yeah.
It's the same product.
That's
right?
Retail price for laser inscribing. You can get them for $10, laser inscribed. Mm-hmm. Put a picture of yourself if you want. Yeah, it's a whole new world. Mm-hmm. It's a whole new world in the diamond industry. And so how does this affect you? How does this affect someone buying and owning a diamond today? Well, number one, I can tell you this. You've got to look at everything you look at like it came out of a lab. Mm-hmm. I mean, the pricing, for them to come out, and I think we're going to post it actually, is post the story about Martin Rappaport saying this, and this is a Rappaport Diamond Report, which is the absolute Bible of the industry. And it's a press release, so maybe you can Google the press release. I don't know, I took a screenshot of it and sent it to you. But it's like waving the white flag. And when I saw the word synthetics in there, I really had to laugh. Because that's right, the Trade Commission, the Federal Trade Commission, the very, very powerful Federal Trade Commission said, and this was one of the first devastating blows. There were a few of them in the lab-grown diamond industry. One of the first was the, what's it called? Was the Federal Trade Commission saying, look, a diamond's a diamond, whether it comes out of a mine or out of a lab, chemically, visually, technically, they're identical. And, this is something that had lived in the mine diamond industry pipeline for decades. And top experts in the world couldn't tell. Mm-hmm. You can't tell. I can't tell. No one can tell. Number one. And the second one was when the GIA, the Gemological Institute of America
Started certifying lab
started
diamonds.
certifying laboratory
After they said they would never certify lab diamonds.
ever. So ever didn't last forever. And now it's going to be interesting to see. You have LVMH calling them luxury. Look, I'm an environmental, unlike GIA Judy.
FedEx is calling.
They're just ordering a bit. It's FedEx, we FedEx all over the world. Hello? Yeah, they're just confirming that we need a signature. So all over the world, that's going to be the 3.5 carat flawless D laboratory created diamond on its way to our offices.
Which there's very few of them out there in the world.
What was I talking about a second ago before FedEx?
I don't know. I wasn't really listening. Something about
Really?
something about diamonds.
Yeah, it was something about diamonds. That's very astute. Neha, any ideas what I was talking about? So basically, neither of you pay attention when I speak. Is that what we're dealing with here? Right?
The powerful Federal Trade Commission.
Look at you.
I said, don't interrupt me. The powerful Federal Trade Commission said a diamond's a diamond, whether it comes out of a mine or out of a laboratory. The GIA started certifying lab-created diamonds when they said they would never certify them. What else?
Can I go now? Is that a question to me? Are you done?
Go ahead.
Can we have a hand signal so I can know when I'm allowed to speak?
Sure. Go ahead.
So, but when they did the press release, they referred to them very bitterly as synthetic diamonds. Look, they can call them what they want. The industry has changed forever. There's not going to be a reboot. They're not going to go back to smaller, crappier diamonds that come out of mines, no matter how hard they will it and wish it. And I say crappier because they manipulated the industry for years with diamonds by doing things like modifying the clarity of a diamond to make it common, so it's not a 4C, and yet putting things into the diamond that used to be clarity that are diamond destroyers is how we talk about them on our...
Talk to the mic.
I
want to,
I like talking to you. I like looking at you.
I
You're
know,
somewhat
I know you
attractive
do.
Today. It's makeup day for Judy. What did I say this morning? It's Tuesday, makeup day, and then there's Wednesday.
You're such an asshole. Unfortunately, you look the same every day. So.
Hunky? Superman?
No.
Hang on. Or
Dahmer.
clock?
Dahmer.
Clock can't.
Oh my God.
So yeah, we were right about everything.
Wait. I want to go back to my story.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
The fraudster swapping a $545,000 mine diamond with a $2,000 lab-created diamond. Are there any repercussions? Police are investigating.
But again, who knows? I mean, this sort of thing in the diamond industry today, I mean, we get calls out of India.
Where they want to sell us lab-created diamonds.
Transparently. Like there's a phone number, they WhatsApp us.
That are counterfeit, saying that they're mine diamonds.
Yeah, there's CBD diamonds that, because there's no difference, that they laser inscribe, that they GIA certify with the laser inscription from the GIA, and they're mine diamond, they're laboratory created, and they call them mine diamonds. And so how long can it go on? Mm-hmm. It's kind of like traceability, all the traceability bullshit that goes on about being able to tell you where your diamond's from. Bullshit. It's not true. Tiffany now says they know which continent it came from. Well, everything's coming from Africa, okay? De Beers is down to one mine, and please Google who De Beers is. They're the company, especially we have a lot of young listeners now.
What is that supposed to mean?
I was thinking, could I use you as a young, but I don't think you are anymore, right, at 26, as the leftover?
That's horrible.
Is that horrible?
Mm-hmm.
Are we having feelings around that today?
It's okay, Colin. You don't look a
I
day
refer
over.
to Judy as my most disappointing daughter, by the way. If you want to understand the paradigm of our relationship, it's more like father-daughter.
Can we move on?
Sure. So where was I again?
I don't know. You're boring me to tears.
But these are the facts people need to know and understand.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Anyway, so that's the diamond industry today. That's what's going on. Look, the lab-grown diamond industry, like we predicted, when everybody else said mean things like the rocks are in his head. Can you imagine the rocks are in my head? I was right, you bastards. I was right.
I'm just wondering how they were able to find out that the guy switched the diamond.
Well, it would be easy enough because I'm guessing what happened, and this is an old technique, is he had the diamond, he had palmed the diamond. You can put a 10 carat. I could have that 10 carat
Under your tongue.
under my tongue right now and be talking and you wouldn't even know it's there. Mm-hmm. Okay? And so my hunch is he palmed it, looked at one, and put the other one back, and nobody noticed.
I understand that's obviously how he swapped it. But what I'm saying is if it was the identical color, identical clarity, identical shape, all of the above.
Did I interrupt you?
Yeah, you did.
Okay. Yes. But I doubt they could get it identically. So identical is visually
Probably
identical.
measurements, right?
Measurements or weight. It's very, very difficult. And so when we had our office in Antwerp and when we had our office open to clients, everything was weighed. So when a stone went back or forth between people, it had to be examined. It had to be verified through weight because, grams are broken down into smaller units called points. Or carats are broken down to smaller units called points that you think of like percentage points. So it could have been a 10.01.
Yeah, and as you guys know, carat is the only objective measurement in the 4 C's of cut, color, clarity, and carat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's how I would think they would have noticed. But they didn't. What they didn't do is have that scale. Where's our scale?
It's fine. I think people know what a scale is. But you know what? The regular, ordinary person, the consumer, would not have been able to tell the difference, most likely. And that's why, you need to be vigilant. You need to be careful. You need to hire the best brokers.
I get in trouble when I touch my mic. Are we live?
We're live.
Because I just knocked my microphone down, which is sacrilege.
And he just saw his life flash before his eyes.
I thought for sure I was getting popped, but we're trying to talk Judy in off the ledge from physical violence after she attacked me with what's it called?
The gimbal.
With the gimbal. She whacked me hard with the gimbal. So we're trying to get to the point.
I think our viewers and listeners know that you fully deserved it.
People are never for hitting.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, never, ever, ever. Anyway, look, you guys, this is what's going on today. We appreciate you tuning in. These are the facts of the industry. These are I'm taking off my glasses to make a point. Did you like that? It's a pretty strong move.
Oh, no,
right?
I thought you were being extra careful.
Oh, I'm being extra careful. You don't need to worry about that. But yeah. You guys, these are the facts of the industry. Really what we are global diamond brokers. But we got tired of hearing the bullshit and people buying based on things that simply aren't true. Those myths and those, what is it I call them? The myths and misrepresentations, right, of the industry. Look, there's a new paradigm. It's ownership. It's not buying.
It's beauty.
I've been talking about it for 40
and
years.
Size.
Amazing how much I'm right. Just wait. We have more to come. Love you guys. Appreciate all the unbelievable amount of business we have these days. I mean, we're busier than we ever could have imagined. And we're expanding the company. So I did a video recently on being brokers, the global diamond broker, and we're not a retailer. We don't know a whole bunch about that. Judy's not very nice to deal with. I mean,
shut up.
Whatever. They like you more than me.
I
have
know.
to play. This is like you getting like U.S. politics, okay? The truth doesn't matter as long as you like me more.
Isn't it your favorite when they message me and they don't message you?
Or when they just tell me how much they like you better than me. It's kind of thoughtless.
Okay, love you guys. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you next week.
See you next week.
Don't get diamond swapped.